The Texas A&M Aggies just landed the best wide receiver in the transfer portal, in my opinion, in Micah Hudson. Let's talk about what it means for the Aggies offense right after the stinger. If you like what we are doing here at Campus to Canton, please consider hitting the like and subscribe button and help us grow our channel and show the world how great the college fantasy football game is. We're trying to get to 4,000 subs by, let's just say, the end of January. So help us, please. We appreciate all the love and support you guys have already shown us. All right, let's talk about former five-star wide receiver Micah Hudson. He was a top 5 wide receiver in all 4 of the recruiting services. He was number 5 for On3 and 24/7 Sports and number 4 for ESPN and Rivals. Again, he was a 5-star out of Temple, Texas, playing for Lake Belton High School, 5'11", 195, committed to Texas Tech, and really just wasn't able to get off the ground. And I think that, honestly, Aggies fans right now are thrilled at how bad Texas Tech messed this up. According to On3, and I believe 24/7 Sports both had him comp to like players like Garrett Wilson. I think he's more of a Malik Neighbors type, but he can win the ball anywhere on the field. He knows how to create separation at the beginning of the route, within the route, and at the catch point. But specifically at the catch point is where he thrives. He can go up and he wins contested catches most of the time. He makes acrobatic catches. There's a ton of one-handed highlight catches on his high school film reel. He is a very good route runner as well. And matter of fact, I would argue he's one of the better route runners in his class last year. We had him ranked as the number 2 wide receiver in the class behind Jeremiah Smith. And there was some on our recruiting team who believed he was better than Jeremiah Smith. I mean, Micah Hudson is an all-around incredible player, and he can be used all around the formation as well. Again, we did not see it at Texas Tech, but in high school, he was used in all 3 wide receiver positions. There was even times they lined him up in the backfield. Again, played at Lake Belton in Texas at some of the best competition. He was an incredible player. He can do it with volume. He can do it with a little bit of catches. Overall, great, great player. When you look back at what he was able to do at Lake Belton in high school, again, very, very productive wide receiver. Overall finished with 1,370 receiving yards as a senior with 18 touchdowns, and as a junior, almost 1,200 yards, 1,198 with 14 touchdowns. Also had over 400 yards rushing in his high school career. Just an incredible, incredible athlete. Now, moving on over, he goes to Texas A&M. An intriguing landing spot, right? They are bringing in some interesting wide receivers in the class, more specifically Jerome Miles, who I think plays the game very close to Micah Hudson. Now, he's not going to grade out as high as Micah Hudson for us. I still have him as a tier 1 wide receiver, and he is a 5-star, at least in some of the services. And I think Jerome Miles is a fantastic player and could learn a lot from Micah Hudson, who's transferring in. My biggest fear with him is just what will this roster look like, though, Micah Hudson? I mean, right now you're looking at Marcel Reed and Jacob Zeno at the quarterback position. Both of these guys, incredible athletes, but neither one of them is a passer that you would love throwing the ball to Micah Hudson. Now, maybe because of how good Hudson is and the way he can create separation, again, at all 3 parts of the route, whether it's at the beginning, within the route, or at the catch point, maybe they just force feed him the ball, and then he does just fine and is able to help this offense. But I would love for them to have a more polished passing quarterback there. On top of that, when you look at this room, I mean, it's wide open for Micah Hudson to step right in. Yeah, true freshman Terry Busey played really good last year and was a guy who was coming in as an athlete as well. So to play that good, I think the ceiling is the roof for him, and he's an exciting player to watch. Noah Thomas and Jade Walker are probably the other 2 big names left on the roster right now. Noah Thomas was fairly good for them as well. But Micah Hudson's the best wide receiver in that room, as it's currently stated, should come in there and hopefully rebound his stock from a fantasy perspective. I do think he can step in and be a wide receiver 1 for the Texas A&M Aggies offense. It's really just going to come down to the quarterback, but I trust Colin Klein. I mean, we saw what he was able to do with wide receivers at Kansas State that were not nearly as talented as Micah Hudson and have them produce. If he can just get better quarterback play, I think that the ceiling is, top end, fantasy productive, and a first-round pick for Micah Hudson with the Texas A&M Aggies. What do you guys think, though, Aggies fans? Are you excited about landing Micah Hudson in the transfer portal? What do you think they could do around him to help him succeed? Let me know in the comments, and we will be back again soon.